Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your questions, which I'm just trying to find. They're in one of
your desk. Your desk. This is one desk.
Yes.
Your area of the desk was a bit of a mess today.
Yeah, but it's
an array of papers.
Because I had paper coming to me during the live show.
But look at Stephen. Look at Stephen.
Yeah.
Look, it's a neat pile.
Yes, exactly. I follow Stephen.
Hey, we don't do mess here.
Oh, really? Yes.
So I was looking over at you and it was putting me off.
But I'm trying to...
And the papers.
Because, you know, we did the Portuguese semi-final. I thought Pete was joking about that. I didn't even know that was happening. And then
but the worrying thing is that was the part that the producer was most excited about. That's the worrying part.
OK, all right then. Stevie, what's the best snack combo for a big game? Wings, guacamole, chips? What would you say? What's your go-to?
Guacamole? Do I look like a guacamole guy?
I don't know, Stephen. You look like a big bag of chips and Coke.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to go with chips then.
A lot of people are questioning why you opened it the wrong way around. Is that something you traditionally do, or just hunger, just excitement? You don't care?
Well, sure it is. It's upside down, isn't it?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Well, you were just so excited about the contents.
Well, I didn't finish them, you know.
What?
Well, it is a rather large bag.
But that was very much dessert, wasn't it? Because the start of the...
My God, I was watching the game again and all I could hear was just behind me.
What was it, spag bowl?
No, sir.
Was it? It was a lot of slurp.
What are you on about, the two of you?
Well,
it was mince and potatoes and beans.
So what was the slurping?
Why are you going like this?
I wasn't aware of that.
Was there gravy on it? Were you like...
That's
it, that was it. That'd have been what it
So
was.
we were watching on... Our seats are a little lower and he's behind at the desk. And he looked at me and I can... It was about, I don't know, 10 minutes.
I wasn't aware I was making
yeah. You went like that. All I could hear behind me going... And I thought he's at the soup again.
So you don't... Have you tried guacamole before?
I can't remember. Probably.
It's nice.
The green stuff?
Yes, green stuff, yes.
I've tried it, aye.
And what's your opinion?
Oh, my God.
I can think of better things to dip my stuff in.
And what would you dip... What is your dip of choice?
Mince.
Butter.
Butter.
Not really a dip, man.
OK, you just said you... OK, so no dip, so you like it dry?
No, I don't even like eating stuff like that.
But you could... People dip their chips into things, don't they?
Yeah, but I'd rather have a proper bag of chips. Not the chips that you're talking about, where you're giving all that with all your different nonsense.
Right.
I prefer a proper bag of crisps.
OK,
chips.
right.
So, yeah.
So you're not wanting to like go and dip a carrot into something, eh?
Or a nice bit of hummus?
No, I might do that.
Or a bit of celery.
I've done that at your house before.
Oh.
But then,
I wasn't there. When was this?
Hummus? Where do you stand on hummus as a dip?
Oh, where's the bin?
Right, OK, good, lovely. What did you...
Trash bag.
What did you eat? What's your go-to snack, Frank? I can't remember what you even eat.
I'm crazy about, how do you say, Cajun nuts? And,
Cajun nuts, yeah.
With the beer, you know.
Nice.
With the beer, it's fine, you know. For me, watching a football game, it's great. That's it. But I like guacamole, I like hummus. You know,
Yes.
I try to see wide in my life.
Yeah. That's
I
not
like
even
some
that
people.
particular wide, is it? For Frank, are you entertained by Manchester City yet, or do they still bore you like earlier in the season?
No, I have to say that I enjoy. I enjoy because what they are capable of doing right now is, you know, sniffing the right stuff to do at the right time. And before they were just doing it for the sake of it. Now you can feel that they try to really attract the opponent to open the space behind for Haaland and maybe for De Bruyne, like it happened today. There is a purpose of what they do. Before, maybe there was that purpose, but it wasn't effective as it is right now. You cannot be bored by the best team in the world, and that's really the case, because they're capable of pacing up their game. And before it was very slow, now it's not anymore.
Stevie...
Must be boring going to watch Chelsea, yeah?
Well,
They've had
I think boring.
Yeah.
It's depressing, isn't it?
My
Goodness, watching that.
Yeah,
And you're paying to watch it.
Well, you have to go through the boredom stage before you get to the depressing stage.
If you had to go and watch one team, who would you choose between Spurs and Chelsea at the moment?
Probably Spurs, because there's a fair chance they're either going to get battered or Harry Kane's going to get a few goals.
Right.
You know what's happening
Yeah.
at Chelsea? None of them. Actually, none of them.
No, you're committed now. We're sending you to the next Spurs
I mean,
game.
you go and you say, well, I wonder how many goals we're going to get today.
Stevie, if you manage Arsenal, what do you tell the players in the locker room after that match?
Oh.
Or do you say anything, or do you leave it because what you're going to say that's going to make them feel better?
Yeah, if it was me, I would be like, hey, get in the shower, let's get on the bus and go home.
Right.
Because you don't want to say the wrong thing. And if you're not sure, don't say anything.
What would be the wrong thing?
We got battered.
Okay.
We got battered by a far better team. I mean, why would you say that?
Okay, right.
No. if you're not sure of what the outcome of opening your mouth is going to be,
Right.
in that situation, keep it stern.
Okay,
And
all
then
right.
You can think about it.
The next part is for you, Frank. If you're captain at Arsenal, what do you tell your teammates after the match, if anything?
We screwed, guys. No. As Steve just said, sometimes it's better to keep silence because there is nothing much to do. Just maybe a little pad in a shoulder to say they're not alone, but there is not much to say because everybody knows and they can face the reality of it.
In my experience there, unless the manager goes off on a rant,
Like an angry one.
an angry one, unless that happens, which, it could, but it's unlikely, is the players, as Frank said, they just don't say a lot. You get in the shower, you just get on the bus, get the head down. You just know. You just know you've been well beaten and it's going to be an uphill battle, isn't it? Talking about the captain, Odegaard, what's he going to say? How they got a kick?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be, if I was Arteta, I wouldn't be angry. I would be more frustrated at the previous games than this one. Because that's what City can do to teams. But dropping points at home and literally been close to losing against Southampton, that's just sloppy.
Yeah. We talked about this quite a lot during the show. Frank and Stevie, as a pair of former defenders, how would you approach playing against Haaland? Frank, genuinely, honestly, Stevie was shouting at Haaland's hair when it all went down and
So he
flowing.
wasn't shouting at Haaland.
No, it was
He was shouting at Haaland's hair.
Haaland's hair, and he didn't like it. So this is triggering you now, Stevie, I imagine, what's seeing this?
No, what was triggering me was when he kept playing with it.
Right, like that.
Just annoying. Don't you find that annoying?
No.
When he was giving all that.
I think your annoyance levels...
I mean, seriously.
What else were you shouting at during the game as well? You're shouting
I'll tell you what,
something else.
he's brilliant. He does it all the time. So they're getting whooped. It's 3-0 at this point, and Arteta's looking at the iPad.
Right.
And he's talking to the coach. They're talking to each other, and he goes, "What are they talking about?"
I remember that.
We will move on because there are other videos where we've discussed that at some length. Who's more likely to survive, Lampard as an interim manager or a bird on Frank's roof? Oh, what a question. Frank, of course, has a thatched roof where he is in his holiday home in Normandy, so everything is electrocuted to keep the birds away.
No, that's untrue, but let's go with that legend. But I'll tell you, there's more emergency for Lampard to get out than my birds, all the birds in the world coming around my house. They don't risk anything. Lampard, I'm not sure for Frank.
How embarrassing would that be for Frank?
It's 16 losses in the last 19 matches.
1 win, 2 draws,
Embarrassing,
16 losses.
How many games has he got left?
Is it 6?
5 or 6.
If he loses the next...
Man United, Arsenal, who I haven't played.
Yeah.
Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Would they do that to him, do you think?
I don't know.
What's more embarrassing if he
do that.
continued to lose games or Erling Haaland playing with his blonde hair?
You know, I mean, I don't know Frank, but I would feel bad for Frank.
Craig, will Frank Lampard get another coaching job?
If he wants it.
I think he will. I think he will. But
Not in the Premier League, no.
no chance. Not a chance. No. No. I mean, maybe even in some sense, lucky to be the Championship.
Right.
Because a lot of these clubs in the Championship, they've got, you know, they've got ambitions of coming to the Premier League. And I know he was close with Derby, but that was when I think he got to the playoff final when they lost to Villa, I think it was. But that was before all this has happened. So I don't know where
Whose stock is lower, Gerrard or Lampard?
I'd say Lampard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's not a good look when
Unai Emery's done amazing, hasn't he?
well, he is a very good coach, isn't he? And I think it's kind of shown up that.
I mean, how long did he last at Everton? 6 months?
Not sure.
Came in.
It is a difficult job.
Yeah.
At the moment, but
Yeah, but the fact that they just stayed up and then they actually looked as though they were worse.
I think when you see,
Oh, that's a bird gone. Did you hear that?
yeah. I think he should. No, I'm not going to say it. I think when you see what Unai Emery has done and what, in all fairness to him, Lopetegui has done at Wolves, he's guided them almost on the coattails of Chelsea, and I think they were in the bottom two when he took over. I mean, they were drifting big time, and I think when you see what those guys have done, puts it into context, trying to push some of these former players. I mean, Gerrard had some success. He had success at Rangers, but that's different.
Right.
It's just different. You know what I mean? You've got one other big team you're fighting against. The Villa job.
When Klopp leaves, does it?
There's no chance. Not a chance.
Gerrard after Klopp? No chance.
Frank, how many points did Chelsea get from their remaining games? Here are their remaining games. Arsenal. Bournemouth.
Arsenal 0.
Arsenal 0.
Bournemouth,
Bournemouth
maybe.
fighting for the
That's, I think they're going to get the 3 points. They have to get the 3 points, otherwise they might go down. So Bournemouth or Nottingham Forest can be a good opportunity to get those 3 points and think about the next season.
City, United,
against
Newcastle.
Arsenal, City, United and Newcastle, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. The way they play, they can't score a goal and they're going to concede a goal. So let's say Bournemouth or Nottingham Forest, hopefully.
I think Frank Lampard, he's going to have to find some excuse.
Or just not bother again.
What sort of excuse? Like a health?
You know, like phone in sick or something. I don't know. He's going to have to come up. Yeah, well, not health.
Right.
I suppose phoning in sick's health, isn't it? But I think he's going to have to come up with something to
Right.
get himself out of there.
Yeah.
Some organic way of.
It could be tricky.
That could be tricky.
I've locked myself in the bathroom. I can't get out.
Locked in the basement, and the wife's gone on holiday for 6 months. I can't get out.
That's it.
Something
I'm
better.
trapped. Final question is for you, Stephen. Columbus Crew came knocking on your door, and the price was right. Would you take up coaching again?
No.
Oh, for a price, Stevie.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
What if we chipped in?
GoFundMe.
So we didn't have to listen to that gargling dinner behind us.
7 figures. $1 million a year.
No.
Oh, shit.
Wow,
Get it!
Steve. Seriously?
$1 million a year, you're going there barefoot, walking over glass.
No, right now I would say no. I mean, you never know once you step back on the,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Is this negotiations, live negotiations now? Is this it? Are you playing hard to get?
No, honestly, no. I wouldn't
Because you're happy with your life as it is?
stay here.
No.
1 million and free minced beef.
Oh, don't you smile for it. It's not to do with you.
Well, what was it to do with? What, Craig?
Out.
That's a concern.
On second thoughts. When's the next flight?
Oh,
Listen,
isn't that nice? That's lovely to hear.
No, I'd
Steve.
rather stay here.
disappointing for us.
Well, you can't have everything.
I bet you tomorrow,
Okay.
at least by tomorrow or by the end
Right.
of the week,
Yes.
there's a tweet comes in
Yes.
from Erling Haaland's hair.
Oh, most definitely.
Guaranteed.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope it's shorter when it does come in.
Oh, there we go. That's it. I'm off now for a couple of days. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Frank, what are you up to?
Is that why you had a haircut?
No, it's getting long.
I work tomorrow. I go back to Paris tomorrow and I work tomorrow night. And after I'm going to be on stage on Friday. And then I come back to Normandy on Saturday. Voila. Perfect. Time.
Voila. Beautiful. Very nice. Of course, tomorrow is Spurs against Manchester United. Craig working on a Thursday as well for that. What a treat for us all.
Europa League, isn't it?
Yes, and the Conference League then as well.
Hey,
Southampton,
Frankie, you still get the butterflies before the play starts?
What?
still-
Oh no! I just want to be. I just want to make sure that I'm very tuned in because I don't want to miss a sentence and I want to be into it and I don't want to go too fast and don't say the words properly. But I don't have butterflies. I'm excited, but that's it.
Oh,
Experienced campaigner now, isn't he?
well, that's it. Yeah, well, exactly. Columbus crew, keep tweeting in any sort of offers for Stephen. We'll see how much we can get him for. We will be back with him tomorrow. Spurs against Manchester United, Bournemouth, Southampton, Everton, Newcastle.
Spurs will win that.
Aye, guaranteed.
Yep, that's it.
Guaranteed.
Perfect. Well, let's see. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.